Welcome to another video presented by Raven Expeditions. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video to support my work. The Pyramid of Menkaure is the third major pyramid on the Giza plateau. Despite being the smallest of the three, it's still a grand structure in its own right. Nowadays, many of its granite casing stones are strewn on the ground and have become a prominent feature of this pyramid. On the east side of the pyramid is the pharaoh's mortuary temple. It is claimed that the temple was not completed by the time of Menkaure's death, so it was completed by his son and successor Shepseskaf. In fact, an inscription found in the mortuary temple says that he completed the temple as his monument for his father, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt. The temple's foundations and inner core blocks were made of limestone that was quarried from nearby quarries in Giza. The floors were begun with granite, while granite facings were added to some walls. The heaviest limestone block weighs around 200 tons, and it is claimed to be the heaviest known in Giza. Subsequent architectural additions and two stelae from the 6th dynasty suggest that a cult for Menkaure may have been maintained for 2 centuries following his death. Despite building the smallest pyramid of the 3 pyramids that dominate the Giza plateau, Menkaure's mortuary temple was bigger and more elaborate than the mortuary temples of Khufu and Khafre. One wonders why. Aside from this, and aside from the narrative that's perpetuated incessantly to the point of becoming nauseous, while exploring the mortuary temple, it all felt rather odd. Was the structure merely the pharaoh's mortuary temple? Of course, his successor left the inscription that is taken as proof that this was Menkaure's funerary temple. However, could the structure have been constructed earlier for a different purpose and was then recycled and extended by the pharaoh, eventually completed by his successor? I know all this might sound like the ramblings of a mad mind, but trust me, the structure looks very weird. The most disturbing feature is the granite outer-facing blocks in the entrance corridor of the structure that seem to have been a much later addition, since the limestone core is eroded and the granite blocks have been shaped to fit the erosion of the limestone behind them. This implies that the limestone wall predates the granite stones and not by a few decades. It had to be in place for a very long time before it was encased in granite. But how long is very long? This technique is reminiscent of the granite facings in the Valley Temple that are also shaped to fit the eroded limestone blocks behind them. They are believed to be a much later addition. Could this be the same then? I'm sharing my footage with you for your 2 cents here. Are these the remains of a mortuary temple? Or is it possible that it had another purpose in earlier times and was later modified and reused for funerary purposes? I welcome your thoughts.